How was your trip? How was your experience today? Hopefully the weather didn't keep everybody away and you got a good turnout. Travis, how was it going? Good evening, good evening, good evening, guys. Really exciting news for you guys tonight. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Try not to keep you guys too long, but who knows, man? Who knows? When I get excited, sometimes this pothole just can't stop moving, right? So for those of you who don't know me, I am H Cortez, financial health mentor to the working class. I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategies to working class men and women all over this great nation of ours. Let me turn this off. Okay, that wasn't that. So I want to make sure that's muted out. And guys, I have something special to talk to you today. So do me a favor. If you know anybody who has made a resolution to say, you know what, I'm going to start my own business in 2017. If you know people who are saying, you know what, I want to increase my financial IQ in 2017. If you know people who said, you know what, I'm doing all right, but if I had a mentor, I'd do a lot better. So I'm going to find me a good mentor in 2017. If you know people who already have a business of their own and they're saying, you know what, my business would be a little bit better if I understood branding and marketing a little bit better, right? So if you know people like that, then go ahead and invite them to come out to the stream. Share the stream on their page, and I want to introduce you guys to a simple concept that you can be a part of. $5 can get you into what it is that I'm doing. You can get me as a mentor. You can get other multimillionaires as mentors to help you along your way to build well. Thanks, guys. I'm streaming on Facebook too for those of you on YouTube, and I have a couple of my friends say they like my backdrop. Guys, that is a backdrop for All Amateur Sports Network. I'm covering the 2016 Normandy Holiday Invitational. So you guys are going to see your boy in rare form doing something different other than talking finances. I'll be commentating and providing analysis and breaking down the games for that tournament. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and that's what this whole thing is all about. And most of those up there are my brands, and then I've got another sponsor. My sister-in-law's photography company sponsored some of that coverage as well. So you see her brand up there too. But guys, I want to talk to you tonight about that. What are you doing to build a family empire for yourselves and leave a legacy for you and your children? What are you doing to build a family empire for yourselves and to leave a legacy for your children and your children's children, like the good book says? Right? That is my question to you. And if you do not have anything in place and you aspire to, I'm going to talk to you about a company that I've partnered with, and I built my own financial education franchise based on the teachings, the strategies, the tips of this company. And they have supported me 100% of the way and given me all of the tools, all of the products, all of the services, all of the support that I need to build a strong financial education franchise. And guess what, guys? They've also given me the ability to franchise my business out too. So if you are looking for a business to start in 2017 and you have $5 to test one out, then I want you to stay tuned, because we're going to talk about what it is that I do, and the strategies and the tips that I teach, and how they can benefit you personally, my friend. And then how you can set up a financial education franchise so you can teach, train, inspire, motivate, educate others on the same strategies. And we can literally bring the collective financial IQ of our entire community up with one of these, with a business like this. And I'm trying to plant these little franchises all over the country, guys, because we need this financial education in our communities, and we need it like yesterday, right? Economic empowerment and community development is what I'm all about. But what I understand is that you cannot develop a community without capital, and you cannot economically empower a community without first empowering the people in that community economically. So my strategies that I teach are aimed specifically at working class men and women. Hey, Tanya, working class men and women. Cedric Jenkins, I see you, bro. My strategies are aimed specifically at working class people. And now you get an opportunity to partner with a financial health mentor for $5 to start, $4.95 to be exact, and then $35 a month to maintain your membership. And this membership normally costs $199 to start and the same $35 per month. Now, what we're going to do is put you in your own financial education franchise. 3 out of 4 people are struggling living paycheck to paycheck. If that's not you, cool. That means you know 3 people who need what I'm going to share with you tonight, and you can educate them and earn income along the way. Business income is very, very important, right? If you need a mentor, someone who's going to hold you accountable, when you plug into this team, I do a daily accountability webinar every day. You get to, I share my screen and show you how I market every day. And that holds me accountable. And then when you plug into that marketing and you learn the strategies that we provide, then I'm going to ask you, share the link to your blog, share the link to your Facebook page, share the link to your YouTube channel where you did some work, where the rest of the team can see that you're grinding every day. $5, guys, you can plug into something like that. And then in addition to that, you get my Beast Mode Branding and Marketing Academy for free. I'm just going to throw that in for free. I don't even teach that outside of teaching my financial education franchisees how to brand and market. That's a program that I can sell for $199, $299, $399 per month, because everybody needs to know how to brand and market. I don't even sell it separately. I only teach that to the people who subscribe to my Financial Success membership. So I'm super excited that I can offer you this membership at $4.95 to start, because I know it's Christmas time. So I know a lot of people are got money allocated for a lot of other things. But let's talk about what financial education really is and how you can plug in and start using some practical strategies to transform your finances, right? Our solutions are designed specifically to help you overcome the 4 main challenges that working people have to deal with today. What are those 4 main challenges? Number 1, you have to understand how to overcome inflation. Inflation is what we call the silent income killer. That is the cost of living going up every day, but your raises on your job not keeping up. What do you do about that? What is your answer for that? We have an answer for that. If you do not have an answer, I'll give you an example. The last time I got a raise on my job, and thank God I was able to retire from my job because of what I'm going to share with you tonight. I was able to retire from my job October the 3rd, 2016. Now I do my own thing full time, right? But before I retired from my job, about 3 months before I retired from my job, I got my merit increase. My merit increase was 1.75%. 1.75%. Now, I know that some people are saying you better be blessed that you got that, because I didn't get an increase at all. But understand something. I know what inflation does to us. Historically, over the last 100 years, inflation has increased at minimum 2% per year. So even if inflation increased at the least amount that it could, I still lost money with my 1.75% increase. So I knew I had to start doing something different, right? So inflation is the number 1 thing that we have to understand. We have to overcome that. The second thing we have to overcome is taxes. If I ask all of you guys right now what's your biggest expense, most of you will probably say your mortgage, maybe your car note, maybe your child's education. But we don't realize that taxes is our largest expense. 28 to 33% of your income is taken from you off the top for income tax. Then you still got to deal with real estate tax, personal property tax, state tax in some states, city tax in some cities, county tax in some counties, school tax, gas tax, sales tax. When you finish as a working class person paying all of these freaking taxes, you are literally left with about 40% of your income. And that's why three out of four people are struggling. That's why 7 out of 10 people have less than $1,000 in a savings account, because inflation and taxes. Now, the third challenge, you might as well just say, is caused by challenges 1 and 2, because the third challenge is debt. We are taxes are taking 1/3 of our income. Debt is taking a 2/3. Because the cost of living keeps going up, raises on our job don't keep up. Because we're overtaxed in a lot of cases, we tend to finance our entire lifestyle. We finance the car, we finance the house, we finance the furniture, we finance the electronics, we finance sometimes even the groceries. We put that on the credit card and then pay off that by month, little by little. People are struggling out here, right? And we have some solutions. So I want you to stay tuned, man. And I want you to keep an open mind, because I'm talking about $5 to start and $35 per month. And I know some of you guys have commitment issues. So you're looking at $35 a month as a big deal. But if I can show you how to increase your take-home pay on your job, $200 to $500 per month, you pull the $35 a month out of that. So don't worry about, leave your commitment anxiety at the front door. Open your mind and just see if what I'm talking about makes sense, and if it's a good fit for you. If you believe that I can mentor, coach, train, and educate you on these strategies, on how to build a business, on how to brand and market, then $5, guys, you cannot beat that to start a business. Go into 2016 on a stable financial platform that you can continue to build on. You have a solid financial foundation that you can build on in 2017. Challenge number 4 is big business, right? Big business is taking the last third of our money. So we've already gave a third to Uncle Sam. We gave another third to the credit card companies, the banks for the mortgage, and the car financing, the furniture financing, the payday lenders, and all. So that's the second third of our income. Now we're trying to live off the last third. We're trying to figure out how we're going to take a vacation. We're trying to figure out how we're going to entertain the kids. We're trying to figure out how to buy school clothes, school supplies. We're trying to figure out how to keep gas in the automobile so we can get to and from work with a third of our income. Right? That's where we are. And then here comes big business. Big business has spent billions of dollars to understand the psychology of working class people, and they understand that most working class people feel like they go to work just to pay bills. So they give you things like holidays, anniversaries, birthdays. They make that stuff a big deal because that's your one opportunity to celebrate. But when you feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck and you feel like you only work just to pay bills, anytime you get a chance to celebrate, you tend to go overboard. And they know that. They know your triggers. They know you spend on emotion. They know that if they use the color red, it intensifies your hunger sensation. That's why all restaurants have red in their color and their logo. They know if they put certain colors on a wall, it's soothing, so you're more relaxed. And when you're more relaxed, you're more likely to spend. They know to take your cash money and put it on plastic, because when I'm swiping plastic, it don't feel real. And I'm twice as likely to swipe my debit card than I am to fork over some physical cash. So they understand the psychology of working class people. And add to that the fact that nobody's teaching working class people financial literacy. So it's easy for them to separate you from your money. We're in the annual stimulus right now. There's a weekly stimulus, a monthly stimulus, and an annual stimulus for this economy. Weekly is payday. Everybody gets paid on the same day. That's no accident, because that stimulates the economy every week. Because every time you get paid, you're going out to eat, you're going to buy groceries, you're putting gas in the car, you're paying bills. Money is moving, and that's what money has to do to maintain its value. So they stimulate the economy weekly. They stimulate it monthly. From New Year's to Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, prom, Mother's Day, Memorial Day, graduations, Father's Day, 4th of July, back to school, Labor Day, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and every month is something to separate you from your money. And when you don't have a wealth building game plan, it's easy to get caught up in this cycle of consumerism. It's very easy to get caught up in that. So we have some solutions that will help you build your financial IQ so that you can eventually build your financial wallet or pocketbook, right? What are those smart solutions? Number one, we help you understand the importance of cash flow management, how to better manage the cash flow that you have right now. And I'm not a person who's against anybody or any other culture, but I want to bring this information to Black people. And I will tell you this, Black people historically have never, ever had a get money problem. But we have always had a cash flow problem in the sense that all of our cash is always flowing away from us. So number one thing we want to help you understand is cash flow management. How do you stem the tide of cash flowing away from you and keep more of your cash so you can do more with it? So step number one is cash flow management. Most Americans are living in what's called a negative cash flow cycle. That means your lack of money is costing you money. And listen, I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. I've been to the gas station on Wednesday night, swiped my empty debit card, chose credit, and I'm hoping that transaction don't go through to Friday till my money hit my bank account. But what happens every time? 11:59 on Thursday, transaction goes through. I'm hit with 3, 4, 5 overdraft fees, and I pay $100 for $30 worth of gas. My lack of money costs me money. And I know there's people out there dealing with that, and they're looking for solutions. See, there's some people out there who are cool and comfortable and content with that whole situation. That's just how they live their life, and they just gonna plan on living that life and playing that game the rest of their life. This ain't for them. This is for those people who are on bended knee, late at night, face down, hands up, praying for a solution. This is for those people who can recognize when God says, you know what? Take a listen to this. Here's a potential solution for you. I'll be with you every step of the way, but you got to change your mindset in order for you to get some of the blessings that I have in store for you. You got to get around some different people in order for you to get some of the blessings I have in store for you. You're going to have to start reading some different material. You're going to have to start going to some different places. This is for people who are ready to make a change. This is for people who are ready to take action. This is for people who are not, like Jim Rohns would tell a good story about the dog laying on a nail. You tell a good story, a good friend, two farmers. One farmer comes to another farmer's property. Dog is moaning and groaning all the time. Every time you see this dog laying in the same spot, moaning and groaning. So day by day, he's coming by to check on his friend. He's sitting on the porch, dog in the same spot, moaning and groaning, moaning and groaning. Till one day he finally says, man, your dog is doing all this moaning and groaning. What's wrong with him? And the owner of the property said he landed on the nail. And he said, well, why won't you do something about it? Why won't he get up? And the owner said, it ain't hurting him bad enough. See, some of you guys are hurting, but you ain't hurting bad enough. This ain't for you. This is for the guys and the gals out there who are hurting bad enough that they're ready to take some action. So number one, cash flow management. Sorry, Facebook. Looks like I lost my connection. Number one, cash flow management. How do you better manage the cash that you have right now? Understand this. Number one thing you have to do is minimize your taxes. How do we teach you how to do that? Most people are overpaying their taxes because they filled out their W-4 form incorrectly. So we teach you how to correct that. And the average person that partners with us can bring home an extra $200 to $400 a month back into their household budget with that one strategy alone. But it gets better, because what we're going to teach you how to do is how to use our software, use our education, use our game plan, take that $200 to $400 that you get back into your household and use that to eliminate your debt. See, most people want to be debt free, but things are so tight, they've already stripped themselves down to bare bones minimum, and they're still struggling. Well, if you get the money back from Uncle Sam, that's a catalyst of $200 to $400 a month that you can use to start getting rid of your debt. And now every time you get rid of a debt, it's like giving yourself a pay raise. And our software and our education will help you do that. Our team will help you stay accountable to that, right? So then the third thing that you'll do is you look at your expenses. I went over my bank statements for 90 days and found $100 a month leaving my account every month to some monthly subscriptions that I was paying for but wasn't using. That's $100 a month that I was able to use to accelerate my debt elimination plan. So step number one is cash flow management. Sorry, Facebook, I didn't know my stream was weak. And it says it's still weak right now, so it might jump back out on you. If you want to jump over to YouTube, I'm also streaming live to YouTube on the Financial Health Mentor YouTube channel, and it seems like I got a better connection over here. So if you guys want to jump over here, you can, right? So number one, cash flow management. Minimize your taxes, minimize your expenses, eliminate your debt. The second thing that we do is we teach you the importance of business income. Why is business income so important? I teach three main reasons that everybody needs a business. Reason number one, because of our children. I've got 5 sons that have come through this household, and I've raised a nephew and a cousin, so 7 boys, and I'm teaching them entrepreneurship. Why? Because if I don't teach them entrepreneurship and all they see is me get up, go to work, pay bills, get up and go to work and pay bills, what is going to make their life different? When they get 42 years old, how will they be in a different situation than I am right now? So if we don't start teaching our babies entrepreneurship, then we're slipping on our pimping, as they say in the streets where I come from. Second reason entrepreneurship is so important is because we just flat out need extra money. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you need to do something to bring in some more money, because we already talked about the things that you're going to do to give less money away. But then we're going to stimulate that by bringing in more money. So yes, you should be bringing in more money, right? And the third reason that you need a business, and in particular a home-based business, so that you can start playing the game the same way wealthy people play it. Understand something, people. The tax code in this country is the #1 wealth building tool in the entire world. The tax code is the #1 wealth building tool in the entire world. That's why people come to this country. You can talk about freedom all you want to. You can talk about all these other things all you want to. People are here because of capitalism. Because in capitalism, I can use the tax code to build an insurmountable amount of wealth and prosperity for myself. But just like any other tool, there's only a handful of people who know how to use that tool efficiently and effectively. I want to teach you how to use that tool both efficiently and effectively. What do I mean by that? If you have a business versus being an employee gets 15 tax deductions roughly. 15. A business owner gets over 500. Some of you guys still don't get it. Still don't get it. So let me break it down to you a little further. On one hand, we have a barber. On the other hand, we have someone who works a traditional business. They both make $50,000 a year. Here's the difference. Your barber is going to touch every single dollar of that $50,000 because he's a business owner. You, my friend, are only going to touch $32,000. Why? Because Uncle Sam took 18 off the top. Same income, different outcome. Same income, different outcome. Now, out of your 32,000, you still have to live. And when I say live, I mean you have to pay back the money that you borrowed. So another 18,000 is going to the banks to pay off the loans for the mortgage, the cars, the furniture, the electronics, the cell phones, all of those things that you finance. Another 18,000 goes there. So now you're left with $14,000 to take vacations, to entertain yourself, to buy clothes for the kids, to get school supplies, and you're trying to live off less than 1/3 of your income. Now, the barber, on the other hand, we already established the fact that he touched his whole 50,000. We've established that already. But when you're an employee, you work first, you're taxed second, and then you try to spend what's left. As an entrepreneur, a business owner, even when you're self-employed, your business works, your business gets to spend second, and then you're taxed on what's left. So your barber, on the other hand, he touched his whole 50,000. And before he pays any taxes, he gets to spend out of that 50,000. You guys have the same expenses. You got kids, he got kids. You got a cell phone, he got a cell phone. You got a mortgage, he got a mortgage. You drive your car for to and from the work and to networking events and parties and all that stuff. He does the same thing. But guess what? Because he have a business, all of those things he's doing are tax deductible. So when you give your kids an allowance, he gives his children a paycheck. When you go on vacation, he takes a family business retreat. When you go to a party, he goes to a networking event. When you go out to eat to celebrate, he has a business luncheon to discuss his business with his wife and his kids. And everything he's doing is tax deductible. Everything you're doing is an expense. That's why you need a business, my friend. You need to be on the right side of the tax code. You can be on the side as an employee, but understand the tax code was written for business people, by business people. So who the heck you think is going to benefit the most? Business people. So y'all can sit back if y'all want to and keep complaining. Y'all can sit back and keep hating the player. Y'all can sit back and keep hating the game. But see, I learned a long time ago. I'm going to spend less time complaining and more time learning how to play. See, I can spend time hating the game, or I can spend time learning how to play. And that's what I would rather do, because complaining don't change anything. And wealthy people are not smarter than me. They are not better than me. They are not more favored by God than me. They just play by a different set of rules. When Donald Trump said that it makes him smart to pay no taxes, man, poor people, working class people, poverty conscious minded people hit the roof. They had a freaking fit. But you know what the entrepreneur said? They said, wait a minute, let me get this clear. Donald Trump admitted on national television in front of 40 million viewers that he doesn't pay taxes. He's not in jail. He don't pay taxes. So whatever he's doing must be legal. Damn complaining about why he's not paying taxes. Let me figure out what he's doing so I can not pay taxes too. That's how entrepreneurs think. Working class people are pissed off. Like if he was paying taxes, they were going to get some of that money. Whether he pays taxes or not has no bearing on my personal economy. So why you pissed off that he don't pay taxes, man? You better figure out what he knows. And that's what we teach you here. So when you plug into my system for just $4.95, you get me as a mentor, you get your own website, you get your own financial education tools, you get the training, you get everything you need to build your own financial education franchise. On top of that, I throw in my Beast Mode Branding and Marketing Academy for free. This Beast Mode Branding and Marketing Academy, if I built a business around that, I could sell that training for $100 per month. You're getting it including with a business opportunity and financial education. You're getting all of that for $35 a month. $4.95 gets you in the door. $35 a month get you branding and marketing training, get you your own website, get you private webinars and mentorship with me and the rest of my team. You get plugged into millionaires. When I say millionaires, I'm talking about 6, 7, 8, 9-figure folks, soon to be 10-figure folks. This is what you get when you plug in to the team. Some of you guys know good and doggone well you need a business and you need accountability. That's what you get when you plug in. Can you go and spend $10 with Avon and start your own business and take advantage of these same tax deductions? You certainly can. Will you have an accountability partner? Will you be locked into a team of people that's going to help you win? Will you get the branding and the marketing strategies that you need to build your business after you talk to all of your friends and family and they say no, they don't want to join you? I just had a phone call today from somebody I don't even know. Saw something I posted online and said, bro, I had to call you and connect with you, man. I like what you're doing. How can I be a part? I don't chase people in malls. I've got over 200 people on my team and maybe 4 or 5 family members. I didn't even ask them if they wanted to join me in this business because I don't need them. There are 101 million people in this country struggling financially because they're overpaying their taxes. I have a solution that will help them fix that. $4.95 get you in the door. Go to joincorteznow.com. That's all you have to do. Joincorteznow.com. You're going to see one of my 7-figure mentors talking briefly about what we do, and then the join link will appear after about 3 minutes into the video. Hit that join link, pay your $4.95, and you're in business with a financial health mentor. And I will teach you everything you need to know to build a successful financial education franchise. JoinCortezNow.com. If you're on Facebook, it's in the actual description of the video. If you're on YouTube, I will put it in. It's in the description on YouTube too, but since we're live, you can't see that until we're done. JoinCortezNow.com. Now, here's where most businesses end and we go the extra mile. We go beyond. Because yes, when you partner with us and you start sharing and teaching people these strategies, every time somebody wants to plug in with you, you earn $25, $50, $500, and $1,000 bonuses and commissions over and over and over again. But let's be clear, most importantly, you're going to get your personal finances in order by giving less money away and get the tools and the strategies you need to execute a real wealth building game plan that was built for you by people who lived in your shoes. That's why this is so powerful. This came from the mind. This is the brainchild of someone who struggled financially and figured some things out and figured out what the core causes of those struggles were, figured out how to attack those root causes so that you can overcome and become financially stable. And then at that point, you can go from surviving to living. But here's where we go the extra mile. You can join a business, Avon, Mary Kay, Amway, all these other things. And these are wonderful companies, guys. A lot of people don't like this industry because it requires work that may not result in a paycheck right away. See, we're used to going to work, getting a paycheck 2 weeks after we showed up, whether we actually did any work or not. When you're an entrepreneur, you don't get paid unless you actually do the work. That's why a lot of people shy away from entrepreneurship. But if you're ready to roll up your sleeves and actually do the work, you control your paycheck. You control your time. You control the amount of money that you can make. You rule your world when you're an entrepreneur, right? So we'll teach you all that. But here's where we go beyond Mary Kay and Amway. And again, these are great companies. I was affiliated with some of these companies in the past. Here's where we go beyond, right? If you can become successful with those companies, nobody in those companies are teaching you what to do with the money once you start making $3,000 a month, once you start making $5,000 a month, once you start making $10,000 a month, right? They're quick to parade in front of you somebody who's uber successful selling their products and building a big team, and this person makes $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month. But nobody's talking to those people about what are you going to do with that money to A, make sure Uncle Sam don't get too much of it, and B, putting it in position so that you can pass it down to your children and your money's not tied up in probate, it's not tied up in estate sales and all of that kind of stuff. You pass down your money to your children and it's not taxed. See, we teach you investment strategies to go along with how to stop giving so much money away, how to start making some extra money, and then we teach you how to start generating investment income. Because one thing about making money with money, money don't sleep, money don't take days off, money don't talk back. All money does is make more money. The question is your money making more money for you, or is it making more money for somebody else? If you are serious and you're ready to take action, and if you've already gone to the website and got yourself registered, come back to the Facebook stream. We'll be on for another 25 minutes or so. Come back to the Facebook stream and say, hey, I just got signed up. Because I want people to know on the stream that there are people out here taking action. See, sometimes we don't take action till somebody else takes action. If you're ready and you're saying, you know what? I'm listening to this brother talk a good game, and I don't know him from Adam, but for $5, I'll give it a try. And I want you to test me on this, because spend your $5 to get going. Join HcortezNow.com. Spend your $5 to get going. And give me 30 days. Plug into me at least twice a week for 30 days, and I'm going to show you how to implement these strategies. And if you can't see your financial situation being better than it was before you plugged in, cancel the membership and don't even pay $35 a month. And all you lost is $5 and a little bit of time. You can't get any more fair than that. You can't be any more fair than that. Plug into me at least twice a week, right? Cost you $5 to start, $35 a month. Don't kick into 30 days from the day that you decide to join. You give me those 30 days and you plug in faithfully. You do make a valid attempt of doing the things that I ask you to do for 30 days. And if you're not in a better financial situation, cancel. Never pay the $35 the first time, and all you've lost is $5 and a little bit of time. It doesn't get any better than that. In 2016, if you do not have a business, you're leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table, right? And let me talk to my brothers and sisters out there who do have side hustles, but have yet to legitimize those side hustles. Because in your mind, you're getting over because you're receiving cash and you're not paying taxes. Let me talk to you guys for a second, right? What if you legitimize your business and you say, if I do that, then I have to report the income that I'm receiving, and then I may start paying taxes on that. But what if you legitimize your business, that you're doing hair or making jewelry in the kitchen, that you're baking goods and you're selling cookies at lunch, or whatever you're doing? What if you legitimize that, right? And you're paying $1,000 a month for mortgage, but now you legitimize your business, and now because you have a business in your home and you're using a part of your home for business, now all of a sudden $200, $300, $400 of your rent or mortgage becomes tax deductible, right? The miles that you drive when you go deliver those goods and services, the miles that you drive to and from the beauty supply house to get your hair that you're going to be putting in somebody's head because you do hair in your kitchen. There's nothing wrong with any of that stuff. There's nothing wrong with having a side hustle, but you may be leaving more money on the table than you think, because you're thinking you're going to have to give Uncle Sam some money if you report the income and have to pay taxes on it. Trust me, Donald Trump has over 400 LLCs and 40 businesses. The IRS don't know how much money that man made. Right? So you can legitimize your businesses, still have enough business expenses so your business doesn't show a profit and you don't pay taxes still. So guys, you guys on Facebook may have to jump over to YouTube. I was just talking about the guys who have side hustles already, but they won't legitimize their side hustle because they think they're getting over. They're saying, hey, I'm making an extra $10,000 a year and I'm not paying taxes. Well, guess what? You can make that $10,000 a year, have $30,000 worth of business expenses and tax deductions, and still don't pay taxes on that $10,000. And then the extra $20,000 that you had in tax deductions, that is deducted from your taxable income on your job, so you pay less taxes on your job income. It's time that we learn the money game so that we can play it and start playing it to win. And that's what I'm going to teach you when you plug in for $5 stinking. Who's blown $5 on something way worse than a business opportunity? All of us have. We all have. We all have. Right? So for $5, you can partner with me. I'll go down a list of things that you're going to get again. And then if you got questions on Facebook, you can type your questions in. I can do a quick Q&A. But I just want you to understand, man, there are real strategies out here that wealthy people are using and that they're teaching to their children. And that's why they continue to get wealthier. And these same strategies that they're using, they are being used against you, not because the system is just targeting you specifically, but because you just don't know this information. In 2016, there's no reason for you not to know this information because it's everywhere. And I'm not talking about a little blog like mine, because you don't know me, you don't trust me, but I'm talking about somebody like a Dr. Boyce Watkins, who has a PhD in finance, somebody like a Robert Kiyosaki, who you know is a multi-millionaire and teaches these same financial principles and strategies. Right? This information is out there. The question is, are you hurting bad enough? See, some of you guys are hurting bad enough to start researching the information, but you're not hurting bad enough to start taking action on the information that you're learning. With the information, you're not hurting bad enough to start using it. Some of you guys are experiencing a little bit of discomfort right now in your life. And you're saying, boy, I wish I had a few extra dollars to do this. I wish I had a few extra dollars to do this. So let me go online and see how to make a few extra dollars, right? And then you figure out to say, oh, there's an opportunity I can make a few extra dollars, but that shit look hard. So I go back to living in my discomfort and just keeping it right there. But some of you guys are saying, you know what? I'm hurting bad enough to where I not only want to get the extra information, I'm going to go ahead and start applying it, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to take my family to another level financially. I've got people on this stream, people on the YouTube channel right now who I've helped, who've been plugged into the program for a while, who I've helped them free up $500, $700, $1,000 a month. And guys, when you talk about collective economics, you talk about cooperative economics, you talk about us pooling resources. What if you and 5 or 6 of your family members, let's just make it around number 10, you and 9 other family members plug into a program like this. And in the next 6 months, I help all of y'all free up $1,000 a month. Now that's $10,000 a month collectively. And what if the first month you say, you know what, my man, you got your photography thing going on. Let's use this $10,000, invest in you, help you upgrade all of your equipment, help you get some branding and marketing, help you get your website out there, help you get some gigs and all of that. And we're going to take this whole $10,000 this month and invest in you. Well, guess what? I help you guys free up $1,000 each every month. So the next month you got another $10,000. And you said, hey, my man, you've been doing your thing with these wings and this grilling. $10,000 ain't gonna help you start a restaurant, but let's go ahead and grab you a food truck. And let's help you start there. Let's help you get that thing all the way set up and get you going. And we're gonna support you, because every time that we have an event, you're gonna be the one come cater that event for us. And then the next month, guess what? You got another $10,000 right there. And you might go to the third brother and say, you know what? Hey, sis, you've been banging out these t-shirts for years. Let's take this $10,000. Let's put it into your t-shirt business that you get you bigger and better equipment so you can produce more, so that you can make more, so you can drop the cost of your t-shirts down a little bit so that you can, get better wholesaling and get better price. Let's take this 10,000 and invest in you and build your t-shirt business and build that brand. And guess what? Every one of us have family reunions every year, and every time we need family reunion t-shirts, bam, we come in and get them from you. See, this is at the core of what we do. But I have to disguise it in, let me help you just build a business and get your money right a little bit. But really, this is an economic empowerment crusade that I'm on, and I'm looking for crusaders. Who wants to get in the trenches with me and start bringing financial education to our community? Again, this for me is all about economic empowerment and community development, but you can't develop a community without capital. You can't empower a community of people without first empowering the people in that community economically. And wealth begins in the mind and ultimately shows up in the wallet, pocketbook, in the bank account, but it starts here. You are who you are because of three main things: the people you associate with, the books you read, and the places you go. Three main things determine who you are. When is the last time you went somewhere different? When is the last time you read a different kind of book? Because some of you are going to say, I read different books all the time, but they're the same kind of book. Romance novel after romance novel after romance novel. It's the same damn story told by different authors, different perspectives, but it's the same story. When is the last time you read a different kind of book? When is the last time you stepped outside of your circle of friends and sit down and had a conversation with someone you disagree with? Someone who you don't already know their background. When was the last time you had something like that happen in your life? Right? Some of you guys are getting ready to go out and kick it tonight, and you're going to spend money at a club. You're going to spend money to get in the club. You're going to spend money on drinks at the club. You're probably going to go eat after you leave the club, and you do this every week at the same club or the same types of clubs. But if you were willing to step outside of your comfort zone, on the other side of town, there's an art show going on right now with free food, free drinks, and you can network with millionaires. But you ain't ready. You ain't ready. Because if you were serious about changing your life, then you would change the habits that you have right now. Because we are all a sum total of our daily habits, our daily activities. If you're not doing something different on a regular basis, then you're going to stay in the same situation. Guys, there is a tremendous amount of safety and there's a tremendous amount of security inside your comfort zone. The only problem is nothing ever grows there. That's the problem with the comfort zone. Nothing ever grows there. So if you're not willing to get outside of your comfort zone, you're not ready to do or to have or to experience anything different in your life. Guys, if you got questions on Facebook, we got a few minutes left. I promised my wife I wouldn't be on long, and it's already been 45 minutes, right? But I love to be able to come to you guys and offer some solutions. See, I'm the solutions guy, man. I'm not the point out the problem over and over guy. We've got enough people doing that. We all know what the problem is. We all know that racism and white supremacy exists. We know that. What the heck are we going to do about it? Right? We all know that we're fighting a war on a lot of different fronts. But all wars are financed. Who's putting themselves in a position to write the damn check with more than 2 or 3 zeros? I don't know if you ever priced a fighter jet before, But if you're writing checks with 1 or 2 zeros, that ain't gonna cut it. Right? So who's willing to get in this battle? Who's willing to get in the trenches to help bring economic empowerment to our people? Now, I'm not dumping on anybody who's fighting these battles in these other places. I know there's a miseducation machine out there, and somebody's got to be fighting that battle. I know the prison industrial complex is the new form of slavery. I know this. And I know somebody's fighting that battle. I know homelessness. I know mental illness. I know child molestation is going on. I know there's predators in our communities. I know police do brutality. I know that stuff is going on. But that's not my fight. That's not what I was chosen to do. I'm going to be the guy who's writing the check with multiple zeros to say, here's what you need to lay the foundation for your school so you can educate your children. I'm the guy who's going to buy 500 acres, build my own city so I can dictate the police who come in and police that city, because it'll be private property. See, somebody's got to be in a position to write some big checks to make some big changes in our community. But if we're only going to continue to point out the problem and not do anything to solve the problem, bye, Felicia. I don't hang with people. I don't get down with people like that. This is a movement to move our communities into better situations. But it starts with you first individually getting your mind wrapped around the fact that you can be wealthy. You deserve to be wealthy. Wealth is able for you to have in your grasp. But you got to believe. I'm going to say this and I'm going to finish up, man. You got to believe. It starts with what you believe. And I'm going to tell you 3 things that I believe about me. And it's funny that I hesitate every time I get ready to say this, and I shouldn't have to, but I hesitate every single time. 3 things I believe about me. The first thing I believe about me, because of a certain book that I read, I believe that I am a God under the Most High God. And some of y'all gonna take that the wrong way, but that's on y'all. First thing I believe about me is that I'm a God under the Most High God. What that means is I have the ability to create my own world, and I not only have the ability to, but I also have the responsibility to, ability to any and everything that goes on in the world that I create. That's on me. And some of you guys hate to admit a statement like that you are a God too, under the Most High God, because that means you have to become responsible. I do this full time. That means if I don't get off my butt, my family don't eat. I'm responsible for the world that I am creating. Good, bad, if it's upside down, it's my fault. And as a man, that's the first thing I teach my children, is that the one thing a man has to be is responsible. The second thing a man has to be is a problem solver. Because when you're trying to be responsible, you run into all sorts of problems. And if you ain't a problem solver, it leads to you being irresponsible. So I have to be responsible, then I have to know how to solve problems. So the number one thing I believe about me is that I am a God under the Most High God. I'm gonna have to look up that scripture so I can point that out, because people don't say, oh, he got Kanye West complex. This dude think he crazy, right? That's the number one thing I believe about me. The second thing I believe about me is that I can do all things. All with a capital A, with a capital L, with a capital L. So when I tell you, you're looking at a future billionaire, and you want to take a screenshot that on December the 16th, H Cortez said he's a future billionaire, so you can come back to it after I manifest it, because it's already here. I just got to manifest it. So after I manifest it, you can come back and say, You told me to take a screenshot on 12/16/16. I did that. You might as well go ahead and sign it for me, because now, since you made it manifest, a signature on that will probably be worth a couple $1 million. I'm just saying. See, everything I do is about helping y'all get money, right? Third thing I believe about me is everything the sun touches belongs to me. That's what I believe about me. Everything the sun touches belongs to me. Or to put it another way, everywhere the soles of my feet tread have been given to me. That's what I believe about me. I don't care what you believe about me. That's what I believe about me. Because the book I read says all things are possible for him that believe. It doesn't say all things are possible if my wife believes. Now, because she believes, it's just icing on the cake. But I don't need her to believe in order for all things to be possible for me. Some of you guys can't do nothing unless somebody else believes you can do it. You let other people superimpose their limitations on you. Shame on you for that. Shame on you. So I believe I'm a God under the Most High God. I believe I can do all things. I believe everywhere the sole of my foot treads has been given to me. And I hope you believe that about you too. And I hope you believe and are willing to say, $5, dude, $4.95. I'm going to give it a shot. And I'm going to be willing to commit to this thing for 6 months to 6 to 12 months to see if you can really transfer my finances. And we're going to reconvene on 12/16/17. And I'm going to take a snapshot of my finance. I'm going to take a snapshot of where I am in my life right now. And I'm going to rock with dude for 12 straight months. $5 to get started, $35 a month. If you add that $35 times 12, that's what, $450, almost $500. So $500 total. I'm gonna rock with dude. I'm gonna invest $4 to get started, $35 a month in myself. I'm gonna take a snapshot of where I am, 12/16/16, and then we're gonna reconvene 12/16/17 and see if this dude can help me. See if his team can help me get to a better place in 12 months' time. I think that's a fair shake. I think I'm being more than fair, because again, you're going to get your own website loaded with products already. So the minute that you sign up for $4.95, you're in business. You can start taking advantage of the tax deductions today. You can start writing things off in your life today. You're going to get the education that you need on how to minimize your taxes, eliminate debt, and free up the cash you need to start investing. You're going to get the tools and the software you need to execute upon that things that you're learning. You're going to get identity theft protection is wrapped up in this program. You're going to get tax advice and tax preparation. If you're doing your own taxes, you can get on the hotline with our folks, and they will walk you through your doing that taxes and make sure you maximize your tax refund. If you get a refund, they're going to make sure that everything is dotted, all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted. A limited amount of calls to these people. You're going to get Nove Travel, which is a travel club. We got over 60,000 members in this travel club. Because we're bringing so many people to the table, we get some of the best discounts on car rental, hotel rentals, and flights. See, everything we do is about spending or putting out the least amount of money, because we're trying to keep money in our circle so that we can use it to make more money with, right? For those of us who need mindset training, we got a library, a digital library that has everything that you need from the top leaders in every industry. So if you're trying to build wealth, we got some of the best wealth strategists on webinars, recorded interviews, books, everything. If you're taking the career path and you're trying to advance your career, we got some of the top CEOs, HR folks, everybody that you need, leadership, anything that you need to become a better employee so you can climb that corporate ladder, that's there. And that's included at no additional cost. Right? So all of those things are wrapped up. We got a cashback mall. Some of you guys are spending thousands of dollars for Christmas right now. Earn that money through your own cashback mall, and you're going to get money back. See, every dollar that I spend has a boomerang attached to it. Number one, it has a target on it. I'm specific with where I spend my money. And since it has a target, it also has a boomerang. So I might spend I might spend $10, but $2 are coming back because I understand our affiliate marketing, right? And then on top of all of that, if you say, you know what, I not only want these strategies in my life, but I want to join this crusade with you, brother. I want to talk to my church members about this. I want to talk to my organization about this. I want to talk to my frat, my sorors about this. We need to start doing something other than canned food drives. We need to start doing something other than bake sales to raise the money that we need to impact our community. We need to start building some real wealth around here. So I want to join this crusade. So if you're that person, then on top of all of the stuff that you get from the company and the financial education business, you get my Beast Mode Branding and Marketing Academy absolutely free, no additional cost. Because a lot of you guys have said to yourselves, I'm never joining another one of those kinds of businesses. Because when I talk to all of my friends and families, they dumped on me and made me feel real low, drug down my self-esteem. So I'm never doing anything else like that. Well, we teach you how to brand, how to market, how to attract people to you. And it's a different conversation when someone comes running after you about what you have than you chasing somebody down about what you have. So we teach you branding and marketing, how to build a business. Some of you guys already have a business, but you don't know how to brand and market to make it successful. So you too can plug in for $4.95, $35 a month. And even if you don't build a financial education piece, you can use the branding and marketing education to build your own business. Some of you guys have some passions about some things and you're trying to figure out, how do I turn this passion into an income stream? That's what my branding and marketing education will do for you. I teach you how to become the business, how to become a brand. So everywhere I go, everything I do, my entire lifestyle is tax deductible. That's what I do. That's what I'm offering. This is the $5 business that Uncle Sam don't want you to know about, because if everybody went back to where we were 150 years ago, I don't know if you guys realize this or not. 150 years ago, 95% of this country were business owners. 150 years ago, 95% of the country were business owners. Government was extremely small. They flipped that on us. Now, 95% of people in this country work for someone else. 5% of the people control the 95% of the wealth in this country, and government is blown out of proportion. It's extremely big. And who does government work for? Not for the people, it works for the corporations. So this is the $5 business that Uncle Sam don't want you to know about, because once everybody starts to know about this, everybody gets in their own business. Now the tax revenue that goes to Uncle Sam goes down, because I don't pay taxes, because I have a business. And when I start making money in my business, I spend the money on my business. See, Donald Trump can end the year, his fiscal year, and his company with $20 million in profits. But before he gives a dime of that to Uncle Sam, he go buy a private jet for his business, which is a legitimate tax write-off. Now his business shows a loss, therefore he pays no taxes. We got to get in the game, people. We got to get in the game. So $4.95 gets you in the game. If you're on the stream because one of my team members shared it with you, partner with them. You still get everything I said. You still get me as a mentor. You still get Beast Mode Branding and Marketing, all of that. We're all in the same team, and all I do is help my team win. They know when they come, when I come on the stream, I'm talking, I'm promoting my business, I'm trying to recruit people for myself, but they know if they send this stream to somebody else, they're gonna say, hey, call me if you like what he says, and I'll get you plugged in. So all I do is help my team win, man, because here's what the end game is for me, and I want to let y'all know, I'm a billionaire already. I just got to make it manifest, right? 4 stools that I'm going to use, 4 pillars that I'm going to use to create my billions. Number 1 is media. Number 2 is real estate. Number 3 is technology. And number 4 is investments, right? Those are the 4 pillars. What's going to speed this process up is when I create a team of people and we're all worth a few $1,000,000 each. Now we can all form LLCs together. We can all start forming partnerships together. And you can say, you know what? I'm with you on real estate development. So I've got 10 million for this project. You got 10 million for this project. But when it's all said and done, we're going to make 250 million off the project. You guys know investments like that exist, right? You guys know opportunities like that exist, right? But you got to get yourself in position to take advantage of it, right? It takes $1 million net worth to become a qualified investor. What's the significance of becoming a qualified investor? A qualified investor gets to invest in companies pre-IPO. Pre-IPO, that means they get to invest. So when Microsoft stocks were 10 cents a share, qualified investors were able to go in and snatch up thousands and millions of shares. And then when it got released to the public, you guys thought you were buying Microsoft stock from Microsoft. You weren't. You were buying Microsoft stock from qualified investors who had already got the value. So they bought the shares for 10 cents. And then when Microsoft released its IPO, its initial public offering, the shares might have came out at $20 a share. Well, if I paid 10 cents for a share and I own 10,000 shares, and then you guys who are not qualified investors believe Microsoft is a good company, and you say, yes, I want 10,000 shares at $20 a share, how much money did I just make? But you got to get in the game first. $5 gets you in the game. Oh crap, we passed an hour, guys. So I got to end it right there. JoinCortezNow.com. JoinCortezNow.com. When you go through there and join, you'll see my phone number at the bottom of the page, but it's 314-874-6887. Once you get yourself registered, I want you to shoot me a text message and say, bro, I'm in. And then I'm going to send you the resources that you need to get off to a fast start. Have a quick conversation with you, get your W-4 form adjusted. If you have a regular job and you think you're overpaying taxes, we'll review that thing and get you off and running. And guess what? When you partner with us this way, you will have the opportunity to sit around at your family functions this Christmas and say, hey guys, I know a business that we can all plug into for just $5 and $35 a month. We'll get all the coaching and the mentorship we need, and we get financial education, which we desperately need as we're building our family empire. It doesn't get any better than this, guys. It doesn't get any better than this. So I'm your man, H Cortez, financial health mentor to the working class. I love you guys all. That's why I do what I do. If you're not familiar with me and you haven't checked out my show, I do a live daily live stream, Talking Money in the Morning, 7 a.m. every morning, right here on this YouTube channel, as well as this Facebook live stream. You can also go and download the podcast at Stitcher.com. All you do is a simple simple search on Talking Money in the Morning Live. You'll see my picture and my logo come up, and then all you have to do is download any of the archived episodes. So it is my hope that you guys are hurting enough to want to take some action, because it's the action takers that are winning, guys. And I want to help you guys take the right actions to build a family empire for you and your family. Last thing, I got 5 sons, man. I got to get them married sooner or later. And if I can help raise the collective financial IQ of our community, what happens when a debutante marries a princess from wealth, and he comes from wealth, and those two families join together, right? That's how empires are formed. That's how nations are formed, right? So with that, I'm out of here, man. Appreciate you guys. Until I talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. Peace out, people.